Okay, this video is to illustrate how to clean the media sensor and with some general discussion about the placement of the media sensor and things that can be obstructing the XI series printers from being able to calibrate properly and will cause media, label out errors even when labels are present in the printer. So this is the front of the printer here we're showing you, but I've currently got it laying on its side because this is necessary if you really want to get in on the sensors and give them a good cleaning if they've been somehow obstructed with things that can cause label out errors. So the last time I did this video, people commented correctly that they wanted to know a little bit more about where these sensors are that the printer uses to tell if labels are present or not. So I'm showing you kind of looking at the side of the printer. This is the top view. If you're looking at the side of an XI series printer, if you get down underneath the dancer, this is the dancer assembly here that floats up and down to absorb shock. Inside this area is where the media sensor lives. Now I'm going to try and, first I'll try and zoom in on that a little bit for you. So you can see that a little bit better. Okay, what you're seeing there is the circuit board that makes up the lower half of the media sensor, and it can get on this top surface here, it can get some contamination on that area right on the top. You can touch that and get a Q-tip into that area. Yeah, I'll try and indicate that a little bit better here. There. Right in that area where I'm indicating with the screwdriver. You can clean that area off with a Q-tip and some alcohol, but it's generally not where your problems are going to be arising. Sitting vertically above that in the background is a black cube-shaped sensor. And I'm going to try and, forgive me here while I try and get this thing positioned and put in where you can see that. Here we go. Bring it in closer here. See if I can focus this. Okay. You can see there's a black square right there where the red wire is above it. That square has a white looking slot. That's a slot that should be free for the sensor to be able to see the labels as they pass through. This black square can become obstructed with label material. It's the upper half of the media sensor. It's got a Phillips screw above it that's viewable from the top. But you can see that black square can become obstructed with like powdery residue that can get clogged in there with, we call that perf dust, but that needs to be cleaned out. And that's the top half of the media sensor. So I'll see if I can kind of give you guys one more attempt. I had to move the light back there a little bit. Get an indication into that area a little bit closer for you here. It becomes an issue of getting the camera positioned here more than anything. Okay, so got kind of a good shot of that. Get a pointer in on that device. Right into the right there where my pen is. That's the aperture that the sensor looks through. Now this entire area can get obstructed with label material stuck on there. In most cases this is a severe case where it's filled with perf dust, but in general what you'll see is that top upper half of the media sensor will have a piece of label material just stuck to it, and you can get that off with Q-tip and an alcohol, possibly the end of a screwdriver. Being very careful with these wires. You don't want to get in there and sever any of these wires. So basically the label material travels between this lower circuit board and this upper black square that has the white on the side of it there. That black square, you see it's already been, in this case, this printer gets a lot of abuse. It's already been cleaned off a number of times by us, but we get right in there and we clean out that white slot that you see there. That's basically supposed to be a slot where the sensor is sort of protected by that plastic cover and is behind there, so it's not going to calibrate properly. What we saw with this printer is that it just kept giving us label out errors even though the label material was in there. So that's your upper and lower media sensors cleaning for an XI series printer. So you can see this is the side of the old Trident frame of the Zebra that's been around forever. So hope that helps eliminate your label out errors that you may be getting.